If you're active duty, a veteran, or a surviving spouse, you may be missing out on one of the best home financing options available. Today, I'm joined by a local mortgage lender to answer the most common questions about VA loans in the state of Florida. What makes a VA loan different from a conventional or FHA loan?
Well, your biggest difference is that it's not available to everybody. It's a benefit that is only available to our service members that have served in the military. Qualified veterans and eligible service members can use the benefit to purchase a home with no down payment, no mortgage insurance. VA is typically more competitive on the interest rates. And it offers much more flexible guidelines as far as qualifying. You can go with higher debt to income ratios, and it just makes the home much more affordable than typically your conventional or your FHA loans.
Okay. Do veterans really have to make a down payment, or is that another myth?
Well, it's a myth in most cases. So typically it is a zero down payment if you're a first use. If you have more than one VA loan, that kind of changes a little bit. There's a calculation for your bonus entitlement, and that's something that if you have questions about, we can check in and see if you have one VA loan and you're going to keep that VA loan and get another VA loan, that we can check into what that bonus entitlement looks like for you.
Okay. Who actually qualifies for a VA loan? Is it only for active duty military?
No, so it's active military, honorably discharged veterans, National Guard, and Reservists. And I'm going to cheat on this part because I need to read it. You need to be, as National Guard and Reservists, completed 6 years of honorable service or served at least 90 days of active duty under Title 10 or Title 32 orders. Again, something that if you have questions about, let's definitely take a look and look to see if we can get that certificate of eligibility. It's also available for eligible surviving spouses that have been unmarried spouses of service members who died in the line of duty or from a service-connected disability. So again, something that we can check and we can see if we can get that certificate of eligibility.
Nice. Can someone use their VA loan benefits more than once?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes, this is the cool part. There is no lifetime limit to how many times a veteran can use their benefits. So you might have a veteran who is going to be reassigned to a new duty station, and if that is the case, they may choose to keep their current home and rent it out, and then get another home, buy another home wherever they're going to be sent to, and basically get another entitlement. So there is that bonus entitlement. It's a calculation that we figure out to see if there's a down payment. But I have veterans that have like 4 to 5 VA loans. So there is not a limit. It just comes down to what that bonus entitlement looks like, the amount of the loan, the state that you're in because of loan limits, and that type of thing. So again, a calculation. VA loves their calculations, so we can figure that out for you.
What is the biggest mistake you see veterans make when buying a home?
I think it's like for any type of loan, but it's waiting too long to get pre-approved. That's always your first step. Get pre-approved. And assuming that they can only use those VA benefits one time. I hear that over and over. I'm a veteran, but I've already had a VA loan. I think that's a big myth. So if you do have a funding fee, some people think, well, I've used the funding fee, I can't do that. Again, yes, it is just a higher amount if you do have to pay it. But veterans that have sometimes disability are exempt from the funding fee. And again, that's a calculation that we can help you work on and figure out if you do have to pay that funding fee.
What is the biggest mistake you see veterans make when buying a home?
So waiting too long to get pre-approved, I think that happens with a lot of loans, not just VA, but you want to get pre-approved. We want to see what your comfortable payment is, go through that process, assuming they can only use their VA benefits one time. That is a huge myth. If you do have to pay the funding fee, if you're not exempt from that because of disability, the second time it is a higher funding fee, but still very beneficial to veterans, and not understanding their entitlement and how it works, and not making sure that we're getting that certificate of eligibility so we do know how that whole picture is going to look for them, and not shopping within their budget. So that again starts with that strategic plan. So start early, don't wait. It's never too early to get a plan of action in place.
That's right. If someone is thinking about buying this year, what should their very first step be?
Talk to me, talk to your trusted lender, talk to your trusted realtor. Let's get your plan of action started.
Okay, if you're a veteran or currently serving and you've been wondering whether buying a home is possible, don't assume you don't qualify. Reach out. We'd be happy to answer your questions and help you understand your options. My name is Valentina Whitfield with Century 21B3.
And I'm Kim Hajek with Hajek Home Loans, powered by the Mortgage Network.
And thank you for joining us.